Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, whenever and wherever you. And welcome back to the Beat Up Plans with return to our Crimson Chateau estate within the darkest dungeon. And as you may note, our money has gone down quite a bit. And that's because I have upgraded all the skills of the team for all that is good. The team that helped us get through to the Baron. And no, I'm not sending them into the courtyard right now, because I would love for them to become level 6 and get some stress relief. I also would like a few other things. For instance, not to remove a veil is lifted already, because apparently, well, it was kind of obvious already. The infestation is going to run higher, we're going to get vampires, and this is going to make sure that the vampires get cured again. But I noticed this little run, or actually it's a medium run, which I like. Because I do not have the highest armor and weapons yet to give to them, which I really dislike, but that is some. Therefore, I don't want to go on one of these long missions. Where is it? Actually, these are all short and. Okay, these are all long then. No, I'm just a complete. Don't know why. This is a long one. Finally found one. But yeah, I don't mind going on a medium one. And this one gives the Caregivers Convention, and that is very important to me, because that allows me to lock in traits. Now, I do want to lock in, for instance, Deadly, perhaps, I wouldn't mind that, or Eldritch Hater, which I really like. We'll have to see what I will lock in, and I probably will lock it in on one of these, unless, well, they don't have that great things, and I might lock in, for instance, Tough on Froy, which is why I'm not bringing Froy along, besides Warrens. We really need to open up these warrens, but that's for later. At least, I want this Caregivers Convention. I probably, at that time, will upgrade the Sanitarium to hold 2 of these areas, but for now, I'm going to go and try for get stress healing, get some portraits, get some gold, get some feeling for champion dungeons, because it's been a while, and actually, I'm kinda scared. It's been a while, and these things have a difficulty spike. Oh yeah, they do. Is this? No, wait. Where this is the? Yeah, you can have these corpses here that have bandage interactions, but it's not a lot. Do you have a lot of interactions with anti-venom? Well, I think it's herbs actually. What I'm thinking of. Stingy on the torches. After all, we have lots of light creation. Actually, we're going to be even more stingy on the torches. And I will take for that an extra key and an extra shovel with me. Alright. Yes, embark. Our first champion dungeon within this run. Going out with the same team that did so well for us, I hope that they will do well again. Oh, I didn't even show the trinkets. But I hope to actually get a lot of stress relief for free. That is basically it.
Our land is remote and unneighbored. Every lost resource must be recovered.
The layout. If we need to find free medicines. Which, by the way, is why we also can't take a lot with us. Yeah, so the usual on our Crusader, the usual on our Houndmaster. Gone with Martyr Seal and with Accuracy, not extra damage because I'm not using a Mercurial Self. And the maximum healing that we currently have for a Vestal. No, this dungeon is too long to start throwing away shovels at the very beginning. No, we're level 5 and we don't have the top gear. I really hope soon I will run into a Shambler that I can actually fight. What of the newest enemy, the hateful Virago. This is a stress fight if I ever saw one. Kill these two and then handle anything. But yeah, this is one of the new champion enemies that you will have to defeat. And look at that dodge. I have only a 57% chance to hit. Because she has so much dodge. I will try and focus on the last two and keep these for stress heal purposes. He's already bleeding. We do extra damage for his bleeding. This is a cookie-worthy fight though, but I kind of want to wait with the cookie until I have a mark on that thing. not as much damage as I hoped.
Exposed to a
Ooh!
blow.
Ooh. 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 Ow. Well, if I'm marked anyways, then let's get 40% protections, right? There we go. Putrefying Breath. 13 damage, move resist, blind resist. You can imagine what that does on a normal.
Precision and power.
Oh good, she will bleed out like crazy. In fact, that allows me to probably stress heal.
Her death.
Which means that you come into the third spot, which I like. Another crit!
Reeling. About to break.
And we need to keep these guys alive and we want to... That's the third crit. If we want to have our stress heals going on. Alright, there we go. 11, that's but a single hit. I'm gonna stress heal because you can't reach. Which is really annoying. We really need to rely on these two to do the damage because our Vestal doesn't have the accuracy to hit. Dodged it. That's going to happen a little bit more often probably than I like. Okay, no more marking. That's the fourth crit you did on him, my man. That's getting a little ridiculous.
The ground quakes.
Nice. The bleed was resisted though. That is actually a normal hit for once. You're just gonna focus on healing yourself, my man.
As the light.
Because otherwise you won't be able to hold it all.
Lifted, and purpose is made clear.
Wait a second, I'm gonna actually take over the mark. I think that's wiser. Should have cooked it up, but now it is bleeding. Now with the bleed, we should be able to do this. Oh please, thank you for the dodge. Thank you so much, yes. Hit the guy that, if he gets low, does significant amounts of damage. One round of not attacking people, please. You are annoying. But the stress is already being countered. And yeah, cookie it up because this thing is very dodgy. I need the extra accuracy. Thank you for those protections. Whew. If we didn't have those, I really don't know. That's unfortunate. I mean, with Holy Lance, we could have possibly hit him, but there we go. Interestingly enough, also this way the mark ended, because on him the mark ends. So now it's randomly who they strike, and now it's groping swipe only, which does less damage. So this is really a great improvement. Boom, cookie, thank you very much. 2 more rounds of this extra damage. I'll doubt I'll use it. I'm actually going to go for this, which is kind of scary because this is a champion dungeon and it'll do damage, but also our he has plus 80% protections. Yeah, 80% is a lot. Perhaps I cooked it up too quick, but I do like it. And that at least was one of the new enemies we hadn't seen yet. This enemy, by the way, wasn't released during the latest update. It's a little bit older than that. Oh, I'm trying to hit my own ally. Luckily it didn't allow for me to do that, but it was an in-between update where they added some additional champion level bosses in the champion dungeon. So it was already a little bit more difficult, but now it took an even higher spike. I don't mind the healing on our Flagellant because he will take damage anyways, like that, so...
The end approaches.
And, are we going to heal him already? He's getting a little stressed. Yeah, let's do it. Let's just do it. And yeah, we're going to cheese the first fight because we kind of wanted that. That's why the reason why I went in a dungeon with this team, despite being all stressed as they were.
A momentary abatement.
And all those crits, baby, are going to help all the more with stress relief. I must say, I have fallen in love with this team, but I think that was already quite clear. This team does so much, and now with him at the highest level, it's minus 10 stress. But thanks to this thing, plus 20% stress yield, that gets to 12.5, and that's rounded up to a beautiful 13 stress relief, which is nearing Jester levels. Of course, it's not exactly like that, and you can also equip the Jester with the Bright Tambourine, which means he did already, I think, 16 at level 3, so then there's still no competition, but still, this ability alone is so good for the light creation, getting people off death's door, and the stress relief. That it's an amazing ability of the Crusader. Personally, I would consider that, if you ask me what was the #1 ability of a Crusader, it would actually be that one. Not damage, though he can do quite a bit of damage versus Unholy, and I had considered not upgrading his attack skills, his main smite ability for this fight, because there are not a lot of Unholy targets in this place, but I thought, I'm gonna spend the money anyways. I mean, I want it later, so why not do it now? That was more or less my idea. Let's start by stunning you, because you guys have a lot of protections. Starting to work a little bit on you is not a bad idea. I also, by the way, I recently learned of a new thing that I actually did. Ooh, that was a bad one. It was a rare bad hit. Cry Havoc, because it like landed on no one. But I recently learned a cool little trick. I'm surprised it's still not under 50 HP. That it's not only enemies of category size 2 or 2 enemies of category size 1 that will prevent enemies from spawning, and therefore you will get stress if you have a effect that does damage over time, or dot as it's known, like Blight or Bleed, that is deadly. You can add yet another round to the battle. That is complete stress relief over there. And that should be Exsanguinate. Look at that dot. It's magnificent. Oh, that's unfortunate. Stress heal. You again? Are you actually dead? No, you take an extra round, but after that you should be dead. No, because you only take 9 next turn. Alright. But our Houndmaster can start doing damage as well. And you are bleeding, so our doggy likes that. Plus 25% damage, plus 3% crit on bleeding targets. Don't forget, however, they have 50% protection, so he's not a guarantee that it will land. Boop. Popped him. Popped him on the skull, or on the mushroom, I should say, I guess.
This is how a life is taken.
And if this is indeed what we can expect from this dungeon, I might want to camp out really, really early. Not just to make space, but also to get the scouts going on, so that we won't get surprised, which would be magnificent, because... Oh, of course. There's actually less stress than I expected. Could have taken over the blind, actually. Yeah, that probably would have been wise if I did that. Take over the blind, but oh well. Because then I can get... But the idea of a very early camp is to get the scout up of Mr. Houndmaster over here. This will kill. So let's take that. And... just for the extra. If you got a crit, it would be nice, but... Full heal, baby. Of course, I still have some blight, but...
Unforeseen. Unforgiving.
Because we do have on him the Hound Watch, yeah, but I mean release the Hounds plus 50% scouting. That if that's gonna be maintained for the entire dungeon, that means a lot less surprises for us and possibly a secret room. Whoa! You know what? I'm a crazy bugger.
Gathered close in tenuous firelight.
Or at least hounds? Hounds watch. And then of course, because we have religious companions, all the protections. It's for 4 battles only, so that's a little less. We're doing it really for the scout. It's about the earliest thing I've ever think I have done a camp in such a high-level dungeon. Not touching that. I don't want to lose things. Though again, we could have gotten also good quirks. Another one of them. Now we can with very little, low little guys though, so we should be able to get very quickly through to him. And we don't have a ton of stress to begin with now. Though these guys are definitely going to try and give me some stress or stunts. And or possibly diseases, which I do want to be careful of. Can you be stunned at all? No! 245% stun resistance. Alright then, let's not.
The wounds of war can be healed, but never hidden.
See, I'm already marked anyways. Let's get those protections up. Let's get the light up. It's just a mark.
A devastating blow.
Awesome. And you're bleeding. I'm not gonna cookie this time.
The wounds of war.
I should have done a grip heal. That would probably have been smarter.
Never hidden.
I don't want to use a cookie every time I see a ruinous. What is it? A hateful virago. The ability is a ruinous hex, so I got confused for a moment. 4 stress. Oh no. We won't be able to handle that. It's 4 stress. Oh no.
The way is lit. The path is clear. We require only the
Purifying
strength to follow
breath. Nice dodge. Oh, you are really quickly dying. Thanks to that debuff to bleed, it's also going really well. You know what? Stun one. Oh wait, they can't be stunned. This is an unstunned. That's not an unstunned team, but this is a team that cannot be stunned very well. That is a bit of a big one. But as soon as we get you down, everything should be fine. Resist it a lot. You won't go down just yet, unfortunately. But there's already most of the stress that was gained gone. Ruinous Hex. Double time. Don't give a hoot. Don't hope for a crit for some stress relief. Bloody Mary has now the most stress. 7 stress total in the team currently present. A grave nibble.
A dizzying blow to body and brain.
Stop it. Stop it. Bad maggot.
Great is the weapon that cuts on its own.
Will you stop critting me? Thank you. Ready? And tetanus. Lovely, I got a disease of them. And another stun. The maggots have now done more than the Evil Virago. What is tetanus? Ah, that's accuracy and crit. Oh, that is not what I wanted to see there. Why are you so precise with your attacks? You're nearly dead. I'm not prolonging this fight because they seem to be hitting everything. What's their accuracy? For crying out loud. Also, why didn't you scout it out, Houndmaster? Bad you. They resist the bleed? Wow, okay.
No
Nearly full health and everything though. They're not gonna crit again, right? Nope. But they're just gonna hit another stun. You got to be shitting me. Get out of here.
Surges as the enemy crumbles.
Baby, one of the ancestral trinkets. I like it, and there is a scout that we've been waiting for. Oh, we'll try and... Oh no, he needs to die, because he's the one that gives the most stress, I believe. Yeah, let's actually focus on the front guy, not on the guys on the back for once. I assume his blanket fire can be healed up by our Vestal, though I have to admit I'm kind of afraid of what he can do then later, but...
Masterfully executed.
There we go. Resisted everything, that's unfortunate. Especially the debuff is unfortunate. And bop you in that. Still a lot of HP to go.
How quickly the tide turns.
That crit is annoying. As is this going to be, because this is going to be and bleeds and stress. Alright. Perhaps that first fight left me a little overconfident. The amount of crits they do on me is ridiculous. Is that your death? Yes, you are dead. Good to know. Let's start with the stress heals. We'll heal this too then. There we go. Because this type of damage, our Vestal can heal. It's his shank that can cause the issues then, but as soon as he dies from bleed, we can start also possibly stunning, for instance, with our Crusader. We'll be a little slower on the stress heals, but it will function. If we can stun him, of course, because that isn't guaranteed at all. And I think he is now down to Rushed Shot, which will also definitely help with the damage output, and thus with the need for heals. No, still Blanket Fire. Rush Shot is only in the first position, apparently. Okay. Actually, you don't need a bandage. I want you to actually get more. Take over some bleeds. Slice and dice. It's such a high crit modifier on that thing. Stop with that.
Momentary abatement.
There we go. Stress overall is low. That is ridiculous amounts of damage. Seriously, but luckily there's another redeem. Prefer to see the crit differently, but it's fine. For now we can handle it, and I think this is a time where I say stunning blow. Because the stress is low enough that we need to start considering killing them. And then we'll start with you.
A momentary abatement.
Constantly keeping track of my stress. Which is kind of a weird thing to do, because I already know how much there is, supposedly. And let the bleed. And he is dead. Awesome. So whenever he goes... There we go. And... Ooh, unfortunate. Oh, nice dodges.
Their formation is broken. Maintain the offensive.
So he needs to die in 2 rounds. for us not to get a warning of reinforcements and stress of that. So this is the first round. We need to apply a dot on him that is deadly. Deadly dot applied. Okay. Then we can cheese a little more. Because the deadly dot is there, he will survive the second round and the game won't complain about it. One stress is not good enough. I'm actually gonna take the free heals. The free hit points of healing, I should state more clearly.
Inspiration and improvement.
Voila! Stress free. That is a lot of stuff.
Be wary. Triumphant pride precipitates a dizzying fall.
I know. Do I dare? Yeah, let's use one of them then. 1,250 gold? Yes, sorry, Bob. I enjoy. Thank you very much. We're also getting a lot of deeds right now. 750 and 500. Okay, so didn't even know these numbers out of my top of my head. That's fine. I don't think those types of interactions are in this place. Yep. Yeah, I'm happy I dug that grave up. Got a problem with it? Don't need a torchlight. We'll create some when we go in here. Especially against this guy. Hello? Thank you. Not noticing the accuracy debuff yet, but I hope that won't change. Bloody Mary isn't hitting a darn thing though. Create some light! I do get marked by this, but yeah. Oh, mark prey, the one that's already marked. And I have protection, so that actually did absolutely diddly squat. And him getting marked also isn't too bad. I don't even know if this guy can actually do much with a mark. This guy. How much... You are not dead yet. Now you definitely are dead. I should have hit the back rank because you can't do it. Never mind. Well, I'll take over the mark. Because perhaps they will mark things again. Which would be really dumb, but it would be beneficial to me. So I wouldn't mind. Goodbye. And because of the bleed, you move forward. Rain of Blight. Now they change their tactics. One blight applied. Big slime. And he can now create, of course, new characters. So we should consider things like... I should have checked actually if that was possible. 120. Yeah, he's a bit on the high side, I think. Yeah, that gives me a 1 in 20 chance because I don't think I have a stun modifier from the trinkets. No stun modifier, so the Paladin stun right now is kind of crappy. Yeah, I'm sorry to say, but it's kind of crappy. Stress is not significant enough for me to start dealing with it. I will start dealing damage. I might want to take over some Blight. Yes, 8 Blight. That is significant enough for me to want to take that over with my Flagellant. You are not dead yet, but you will take over this Blight. And kill. Oh, he is gonna make a new guy. That is not a problem for me, actually. I actually welcome that a little bit. Because I don't think he is very threatening and it gives us actually some room to heal. That is 1 HP, no 2. Blop. Down die goes. Well, that's very little damage, but it is the heal that we need, and we don't really need to heal much anything else. That's another Cytokinesis, but resisted to that. Hit that. Just get the kill, just to be sure. Also nice stress relief. You're getting a little low on HP. If you got hit by another 4, you would be below your average, so no sense in trying this. Only a 20% chance to stun, but I don't have full light, so you know what? Let's try it. Ooh. That was a big attack. Okay then. Stress relief. And heals. And light creation. Lot of good stuff. Heal! Another crit of 40 on himself. Kinda awesome. And party heal. Well, but from the stress, we did just manage to more or less undo everything that it tried to do. I doubt I can bleed it much. It has 105% bleed resistance. If we land the debuff here, I'm okay with it. We land the debuff. We don't land the thing itself, but who knows? Still don't have full torchlight. Not a lot of hit points lost. Let's create some light. No, okay. Try to get the bleed going. Yes, awesome. And stress is really low. Vestal could use a little bit, but let's just do some damage. Cytokinesis. Dodge, but that still creates a guy. Yep, it does indeed. You are a little bit more stunnable, so I try, but I fail. Alright. Nice crit. Won't kill him though. Yeah. Oh, should have done it on the big guy. But he might just get enough bleed. Yep. That debuff, baby.
Just size alone
Goodbye.
does not dissuade the sharpened blade.
All the stress gone and kill. Kill.
These nightmarish creatures can be felled. They can be beaten.
This is the only trinket that makes the well, we need them both, but I prefer some deeds because crests are more common. I don't want to throw this away yet. I wish I could take another stack with me. Do I value it more than 750 gold? Yeah, I guess so. Let's do it like this. I know this is a decent trinket to make the incision of the Plague Doctor work, but it's not its main skill. Alright. I'm kind of hoping to stack up the rubies over here. As you may have surmised by their incredible wealth and their general awesomeness. More deeds. I don't want to throw away the cookie yet. The next fight that is a little tough, we'll use the cookie. Even if it's not entirely needed, we'll throw away, or not throw away, we'll use the cookie. And hopefully that way we will create some space. Don't forget, we still have to pick up medicines. And I don't have room for that even. So, yeah, oh, there's a quest location coming up. That can use a key. 2 keys in a row. Okay, let's see if we get lucky.
A handsome reward for a task well performed.
Nope. I can see the advantage, but no. Oh, I didn't use a key. That's just plain old dumb. Okay, let's use 1 torch. Hit the back line for sure, so that we can not incur too much stress. Well, it is the guy we want marked, or at least if somebody has to be marked, it's the best to get marked, let me put it that way. You don't need to do everything on one guy though. Man, the light was also going immediately super low. Light creation plus a bleed, which probably is kind of good. A stun, I mean, not a bleed. And more light. Not dead yet, but probably very soon. Let's just finish her off. That I shouldn't have done because now there's a corpse created and she will be in the way. That was not the smartest move I've made today. Stay in the back for a short moment. Before you can get a heal on you. I know your strongest abilities come from the front, but let's just not get too crazy here. Oh man, another resist. I had a 50-50 shot there. We need to address this now. You needs to die. Poor Flagellant. Poor Hound Master. Hello. You do this. And you do this. That should allow her to be able to do it one more time and without consequences. I do really need to stress heal now at this point. And kill her. The problem is they're focusing so much on the Houndmaster now. Will you stop critting him all the time? Oh no! Oh no! Well, we'll have to try and get it all the way down, which is going to be way more difficult. You just got me to death's door, you nasty, nasty dungeon. Will you stop focusing on one person? Yeah, the problem was mainly... the main issue I did wrong was I left this corpse... I killed this corpse, which I shouldn't have done. We couldn't then focus with the Flagellant on her, and that brought us in all kinds of problems. Stop giving him additional stress, which he gets because he has a debuff thanks to the mortality thing. But we'll get him away from raptors. We'll get everything done as soon as she is dead. Then it's going to be one more time an incredibly cheese tactic, but a cheese tactic that freaking works for crying out loud. So, and these guys can only target the two front rows, which is a very important thing to know. Goodbye. Time to stress heal the F out of everything. And hopefully we will get him down before he starts making decisions on his own that aren't good. Now this is a much milder round than having... How many crits was that in a row? I don't know. It was just a lot. Could have actually done group heal perhaps, but... Yo, take more of that to you.
A brilliant confluence of skill and purpose.
Oh crap, he really had to go forward. Let's try and dodge tank this then. He needs to move forward. Otherwise we can't do a Cry Havoc. Little mistake there. There we go, 50 dodge. Yeah, moving back with her also won't help. He doesn't want to take it. And move forward. Did not dodge, unfortunately. Did dodge that one, alright. And luckily he is taking all our stress relief methods at the moment. Well, that's fine. That's all fine. This is no problem. Everything will be back to normal as soon as we have the momentary abatement. To use one of Wayne's lines. Ow. That is really painful though. Please let me decide what you do. That was really bad to do. I wanted you to heal. Should have taken into account that he was going to make stupid mistakes on his own. should have realized that.
Compassion
He's
is a
luckily
rarity,
taking that though.
fevered pitch of battle.
And I'm not sure, I think I've rarely shown it, but the ability to, there we go. I don't want to exsanguinate because I don't want to kill one of these guys just yet. The ability to get somebody out of one of these afflictions if you bring their stress down from 100 to nothing. It's minus 5% damage, minus 1 speed. Okay, it's unfortunate, but we're just going to have to live with it. And yeah, this may be cheesy, but this is what the team was good at, and this is what the team is going to use. And it's going to use it again when I send it back into the courtyard. Now, if you're going to ask me, is this team good for a Darkest Dungeon? I don't think so, because this team is actually good in doing prolonged battles. Now, of course, you can do that in the Darkest Dungeon, but they can't really target the backline that well. What the... Okay. But I am considering Darkest Dungeon 1. Would that work? You also get moved around a lot, which the Crusader isn't very happy with, nor is the Vestal. I don't know, I'm not sure if I want to put this team, or this, let me put it even better, this team composition, because it could be taken by, for instance, this role by Froy or what have you not. Yeah, you're giving us stress, but we're nearly done with the stress that you give us, and then we can start focusing on everybody else, and then this fight only gave us all of a sudden I want to say a Death's Door debuff, because unfortunately he went before Bloody Mary went. And if he takes it, voila. No more Rapturous! Hallelujah, folks. Well, that was just in time, because otherwise that would have been annoying. Because that crit meant we would have to stress heal more, and we would have to hope that he would allow us to stress heal him. There we go. Start working on everybody's stress. Plus 20 stress for 1 round. Huh. Perfect. Not so much for the fact that we didn't need HP, but it's always good to get a crit for the stress relief. And that's mainly what I'm now looking at. I probably am going to slowly whittle them down a little bit with the flagellants. Not to kill them, but to get them at such a point that I can insta-kill them whenever I want to, so they won't crit me, and all of a sudden at the last round will start causing me trouble. Create some extra light as well, therefore. Look at that stress relief. Yeah, we went from somebody afflicted to unafflicted, and probably the whole team will be fine status. With the exception of that Death's Door recovery. Apparently our Festo is going to do a little bit of damage. Okay, so he will take 18 damage, so be careful with hitting him again. The good thing also about weakening him enough, softening him up yet instead of constantly suffering, is that I'm not marking myself so there's less chance of a crit. Not that I crit it anyways, just to throw it in my face like haha, we can still crit. But yeah. There we go. Only 4 stress there and only 7 stress there. I meant to say nowhere is there any stress to be found. You can find some stunned idiots, but well, they're a rare breed. So in the sense, you should actually look at it because it's a rare breed. Like, it only ever happens. This type of idiocy is a rare thing, folks. Kaboop. Bop you in the head. Make sure you die. Yeah. No crit, please. Thank you. No bleed? No bleed. Perfect. Oh, that's just almost perfect. I thought he was going to die from that, but he won't. But then again, we still have our Crusader for the last little bop on there. Awesome. Not a ruby.
Foolish horrors. Brought low and driven into the mud.
What are we going to give up for it? I think actually the cookie. I should have used it here. But that is the most logical thing I would say to leave behind. Room battle with Curio. Room battle Curio. Oh dear. I think I'm going to end the episode here, and we're going to search for our lost medication in the next one. I say I thank you for watching, and remember, great peril yields great beauty.